Alright, so I've been going back and forth, thinking about how to make this as complicated as possible. I'm just going to film the basic run-through of what I do to make water kefir. There's a lot of theory and stuff to explain and elaborate on, and I'm just not really prepared for that. This camera setup's a little sketchy. So I'm just going to make water kefir and try to, alright. Bear with me. Alright, so this has been brewing for about, usually you can go about 2 days. I think this has been going maybe 4 days. It's kind of long. There's a lot of stuff I can't really describe. I mean, you start to get a feel by smell and whatnot. Like, this is kind of old. Most people probably wouldn't enjoy this if you're first getting a kefir. It's an acquired taste. It starts to get a little filmy at the top, and that's just a sign that it's gone too long and it's running out of food, out of sugar. This is still fun to drink for me. Plus, I'll be flavoring it, so it's all good. But yeah, it's a 2-quart mason jar. So yeah, first things first, you're going to want to strain this. These things are very handy. Put it in another mason jar. I've got a strainer that conveniently fits right in there. And so, just kind of strain. But try not to strain, I was making double batches, but I've cut back a lot and really only need one. With the grains in the jar, the yield is less than 2 quarts, but I know it's sufficient. Yeah, that's that. You can either rinse out this other grainage or not. I'm just trying to keep this short and sweet. So yeah, that's straining rather. Let me get you a shot of what they look like. They're like little little jelly type things. It's basically what you're seeing is like a matrix, they call it, formed between a symbiotic relationship between various yeasts and bacteria. And they like to eat sugar and ferment, and so we get the benefit of probiotics. And so our bowels are nice and fluoridated. So yeah, that strains. You kind of put that aside, just extra. Yeah, and then basically I got some, I like to use ginger and lemon. That's grated ginger, fresh. If I figure out how to do that. Not, you can ask. And then I got lemon juice and pulp from 1 lemon. And that's about it. You can drink that as is, or you can let it, will you bottle it, cap it, and until you drink it, it'll start fizzing. It'll start fermenting some more because of the added sugar from the lemon and the ginger, and the carbonation will go up. Now, you can cap these off as normal, the finished strain brew, with the lids on like that. But when you brew it, like we're going to do now, for the primary fermentation, you're going to want to flip the lid so that it's not an airtight seal. Otherwise, the pressure will build up and the lid will start bending and it could explode potentially. So yeah, this is done with, and then yeah, so basically I just get hot water. Let that run for a second until it's hot. Rinse out these extra grains. just so they don't get scorched. You don't want to burn your grains. You just want hot water so it can melt the sugar easier, quicker, more efficiently. This is very professional, I apologize. So yeah. Just some hot, warm water. And I was using 2/3 cups, but I've cut back to just a half cup of sugar. You can use really any type of sugar, except for honey. Honey's antibacterial, it'll kill your kefir grains. I use coconut palm sugar. It's pretty good stuff. It tastes good. It's got a nice flavor. This has vanilla bean in it. I might want to start using some kind of different source because apparently coconut palm sugar is not that sustainable in that to get coconut palm sugar from a tree, you're draining it of its sap, and you can't grow coconuts with a drained tree, and coconuts I think are a little bit more valuable than sweetness. So yeah, even though I mean this is fair trade and supposedly all good stuff, but I don't know. But when you do switch sugars, your kefir grains will kind of get acclimated to a specific sugar. So if you're switching over, it might take a couple batches, or what you can do is, since they reproduce every time, you can kind of keep one stock, going on the huge, and then you can kind of experiment and change up the solution. So yeah, just kind of dissolving some of that water in there. I would also add molasses in here too, maybe like I don't know, a tablespoon or something like that. Molasses gives it some minerals, helps the grains grow more. I'm not doing that because I'm out of molasses. If you're going to use molasses, I would recommend some blackstrap unsulfured, the good stuff. So yeah, I'm going to put some cool water in here now, just so it's not scorching hot for the grains. About halfway or so. Sugar water, simple, easy. Bad boy. I'm gonna rinse it from the lemon juice. Bam. I use 2.5 cups. You could really get away with like even less than a cup of grains. I just see, like, this is where I could get into a lot of discussion that I'm not an expert on this. This is my method, and that's how I do it. So I do, see there again, 2.5. That's 2.5. I really didn't get that much extra. I mean, I got some, but definitely I can see the molasses makes a difference. I didn't use molasses this batch either. Also, when it comes to water, you want to have, city water's no good. The chlorine will hurt your kefir grains. All the chemicals kind of mess with it. I've got well water. That's good. And it also has the added benefit of minerals, which also helps them grow better. So that's 2.5 cups of grains in there. Sugar water. And I'm just going to top this off. I'm probably going to make this video again, maybe. I don't know. So yeah, that's about it. And then you want to have your lid on backwards, upside down, inside out, whatever you want to call it. And that's a brewing. And you can just let that go for 48 hours. I like it a little longer. Depends, you can taste it in between, like it gets more less sweet as you let it brew, and gets more, I don't know what you'd call it, the flavor, just more fermented tasting. Yeah, that's about it. That's kefir water brewing. And this is, that and this and that. And I hope I covered everything to get you covered. If you have any questions or whatever, and this and that and the other thing, and it's all good. Thanks for watching.